There are quite a few things bubbling up in the sense that I'm thinking about today that could make a video content for this challenge, but they're not related necessarily. Well, vaguely, but it's all around productivity, success, business. But maybe I'll talk about all three of them. I'll see. But I'll start with the continuation from yesterday's video and this whole coming out of a trough when it came to motivation and productivity for me. And that wasn't long lived. And by the afternoon, I was already also feeling, well, this is the thing. I'm feeling maybe overall a bit heavier than I would normally because there is some kind of health stuff hanging over me, but I don't think it will be major. Yeah, I don't really think so, but it could be, yeah, just unpleasant or whatever, but it might be fine. I don't know, we'll see. And so I think that's probably underlining my lack of motivation and kind of semi-depression, if you like. But still, so anyway, so I was like kind of upbeat and till I got home, I was out walking and had that good morning, and I left that video that felt quite, on the back of listening to those frequencies and just trusting that I don't need to do anything. And I suppose, yeah, I thought that may just kind of, again, inject me with some more motivation to do the work that I have decided I need to do. But yeah, so I was like riding on that relatively high wave till I got back home, sort of, let's say, after 2 p.m. or something in the afternoon. And I did something and on the walk, I was thinking quite a bit about those business things that I'm working on. And so I thought, great, I'll come home and I'll be working on it. And I got home, and all I've done, I sat down, I had to readjust some stuff and kind of redo, I suppose. And it's just minor, really, but it took, I don't know, 20 minutes, if that. And even at the end of that, I was just like that, just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I just can't be asked. But I did it. And then, but for the rest of the day, and I thought, so I finished with that and already feeling like that. So I had this other stuff that I was going to start working on or kind of go back to working on. And I thought, I can't. I just cannot. And for the rest of the day, I kind of entertained the idea of just basically not doing it, full stop. Those two things that I keep saying that kind of overlap a bit. So there would be, but there are two projects that have a deadline, and there is a product at the end of each of them. And this could be like a week's work the most, and so in that sense, I have plenty of time. But then again, knowing me, and which is my perfectionism, can get really in the way, and yeah. So I was like, what if I just don't do it? What if I just don't do it? And it felt quite radical. And then everywhere I looked and watched and listened, and there were kind of synchronicitous messages of like similar to that, like just kind of radical U-turn or just U-turn in my direction. And I thought, damn, is that what this is? But I don't know. And so I'm still not sure what I'm doing about this. And probably I will not do it, as in I will do it, but I'll probably torture myself with a little bit longer with my procrastinating or whatever this is, just fighting this kind of natural demotivation because I suppose because this isn't my work, and by my work I mean capital W, my legacy, at least in the format that I have envisaged it. And I don't know, I suspect that's kind of one theory. And then, but then today, I'm really big on these like frequencies, and they're called solfeggio frequencies. If you just Google solfeggio, like a musical term, solfeggio, healing frequencies. And so I don't know the number, they all have different numbers, and they all do different things to you, kind of on a subliminal, unconscious level, subconscious level. They reprogram you, kind of thing. And so I woke up, like I say, I was having my usual chicory hot drink and whatever doing, and then I thought, okay, let me just see if this particular frequency, which was for focus, mental focus. So it's not productivity. I thought there was one for productivity, but I don't know. I haven't found it. I'll have a look. But anyway, so I started listening to it, and yeah, I finished doing what I was doing. I don't know if that was due to that music. I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I could know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it. I think basically, I suppose I didn't feel any different than any other time if I were to work, do those things. And there wasn't really a sense of like, look at me, I'm in this new state now, so I'm working on this, where minutes ago I wasn't really that bothered. There wasn't that either. So I don't know. But I've done what I've done. I finished what I finished, as in I've completed that one piece, which is none of the things I've mentioned earlier. It's not like any of the overlaps that I was talking about. It's a third kind of strand of work that I have. Sorry, I'm just itchy. And yeah, completed it. I was happy with it and all that, and it's gone live, published, blah blah, and that's it. And I thought, as I was doing it, I was conscious of how I was feeling, and I really, sometimes they say, I don't know why I'm so itchy. I've been out walking, so maybe there's some energy still running through me. So I usually would read stuff like, once you get into that space of work, you kind of, it lifts you up. You get lifted, or you just kind of rise above that low, depressive kind of, or just demotivated state, listless state, right? Um, Maybe slightly, yeah, slightly. But I had experiences when it did far more than what it did today, and then so there was that, and then I wasn't not enjoying it, but I wasn't like wow or anything. So it was just normal. And then I finished, published, all gone, done, dusted, ticked the to do box list, whatever, and I'm just like back to the same kind of that's it, me done. On this other project, those two overlapping ones. And yeah, so I'll leave it at that. What time is it? 7. That's it. Let's make this one shorter one. So that's like an update from yesterday. So I don't know what the conclusion is. That maybe that sound thing has kind of got me into action. But the point ultimate for me is always like, having done it, I don't feel major difference. In fact, I don't feel any difference other than I have done it. And in the past, there were times when I would have felt deep satisfaction, actually, like, and would have been like, yeah, glad that I've done it. I mean, I'm glad that I've done it because it's one less thing to stress about. But it was a different gladness in the past that I remember than today's. So I don't know what this is. It's something different, and possibly even new, maybe for me. Yet, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. See you tomorrow.